All right. Oh, I have the lighting incorrect. There we go. And now the sign says that I'm streaming, so my kids will know that when they interrupt me, I'm streaming. So yeah, we're going to be doing, hopefully finishing the instructions for the workshop. And then we can get into everything else. I just keep getting distracted by seeing suboptimal situations. And so just got to stop getting distracted by that stuff. So let's open up the app. That's weird. Uh-oh. Oh, invalid configuration. Here we go. Expected string. Receive Boolean. Oh. That does make sense, but which one of these does it expect a string for? I just made this change, so it makes sense that it broke, but I'm kind of confused why. Oh. Oh, it's supposed to be in string. Oh, is that right? Stack blitz config. Workshop, or what is it? Hide navigation. Yeah, there we go. Hide navigation. Okay, it's a string number. I should probably have made it an actual number, but that's okay. Hide DevTools 1. What are you complaining about? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay, try it again. No. Received number. Oh, for terminal height also. Yeah, these are supposed to be numbers. Oh well, it is what it is. There we go. Hey, Agooz. Sorry if I'm not saying your name right, but nice to see you also. Doing great. Hope you are doing awesome. All right, so where did we leave off? I think we finished that. And we got long-running tasks. And yeah, we got through all of these. Sweet, so it's just this one. So I made a sweet prompt yesterday, and let's see if that works. Please write the instructions for exercise 5 in this file. So it's going to get the right exercise instructions, and then it's going to get the exercise content, workshop context. Oh, whoops, I forgot to give it, stop. Forgot to give it the necessary documentation, which it will need. So if we go to list changes. Oh, and actually resources. Subscribe. Yeah, so that's under content changes, which is right under list changes. Here, resource updates. I don't know if it takes into account the hash thing, but maybe. Dynamic props. No. Updates and changes. And tools. That's the only place that it talks about this changed. Okay. And then we go to resources under server features. and subscriptions. Does it make any sense to put that there? Maybe, maybe not. And tools, list changed. And then prompts, list changed. Okay, I wonder, TypeScript, disable. Maybe. And see, disabled. See what we can find. Oops. Yeah, they. Hey, glassy drink, doing great. It's a good day today. Sunny. I'd rather be out riding my one wheel, but I made a commitment when I sold tickets to this workshop, so I've got to get it done. Yeah, maybe these types would be useful, or this implementation. No, we don't want that. This, you don't necessarily need to reference this in the instructions you write, but it might be helpful for you to understand how the disabled and enabled functionality works. So here's the source code for that. Below are some resources to reference in what you write. Okay. Now we can get the exercise, write exercise instructions. This is the prompt. Here, you're not doing it right. Please make sure you use the MCP, the Epic Shop MCP server to get the context you need for this exercise. Yeah. And it didn't get the right instructions. And get the right instructions as well. Place them in I think we just have too much context, so it's getting lost and confused. There we go. Get workshop context. Right, yep, exercise instructions. Get exercise context. That is what we needed. And now I can write it and it will do a great job. Ooh, yes. Yep, good. Difference between each one of the, this will be between the problem solution step 1, 2, and 3. So it has a lot of context, and hopefully it doesn't get lost in all of that, but we'll see. Yep, that is good. Okay. Yep, okay, I was expecting that. All right, accept the file as is and wrap. And actually, let's just read it in here. All right, yep. Changes. Let's do this. In a web application, the buttons and links and data that you see on the application changes based on the context, whether the user is currently logged in, whether there is any data available, what role the user has, etc. MCP servers are no different. There we go. The information and tools they provide can change at any time. And we don't need that. MCP provides yada yada yada, notifying clients about changes so that UIs and agents can stay in sync. Yeah, man, that's so good. This exercise will teach you how to implement and respond to change notifications, MCP, list change for tools, resource update, notification subscription, best practices. Yeah. Don't say the word best practice. Recommended. That's the best we can do is recommend practices. Nobody knows the best practices right now. How much do I enjoy collaborating with AI on tasks like this? So much. I love it. It is so fun. It's like a fun little challenge to try and figure out how to best use AI to make myself more productive. I spent a lot of yesterday writing the prompts that got us to it being able to generate something that looks like I wrote it, and then just doesn't take a lot to review myself. So yeah, I'm way into it. Yeah, I love it. It's so fun. So fun. Change notifications are essential. Doo-doo-doo. No more stale UIs. Here's the problem. We don't have stale UIs right now because no tools support the opposite anyway. So nobody builds servers that really takes advantage of this stuff. So yeah, it is unfortunate the way that it works right now. But it's gonna get really good. It's gonna get really, really good. It's exciting. Core concepts, list change notifications. When I want to look at it over here. I don't know why it's list changed like that. Okay. Whenever the set of available, yeah, list change. That doesn't, no. Hold on. It is not list like camel cased like that. It's kebab cased. And this will be tools. Yep, there we go. Okay, that is better. Did we? Yeah, we got a mermaid diagram too. Neat. Okay, all these list changed. All right. Get rid of those M dashes. AI writing is pretty bad in my experience. Well, how hard was it teaching AI to write like me? So there are two things I have going for me. One, I've been writing myself for a really long time, so I have a lot of material that I can give the AI to say, hey, write like this. So I'll outline what I want it to write, and then I'll say, here's an example of the style that I want you to follow. And so, yeah, I've got a lot of writing that I can just give it as an example. Most people have some writing they can use as an example. The other thing I have going for me is the AI has been trained on my material, and so it knows how to write like me. And so I can just say, my name is Kent C. Dodds, write like me. And it does a pretty good job. of doing that as well. I typically still give it examples, but it does a pretty good job of communicating the way I communicate. But yeah, if AI is bad at writing, it's because you didn't give it a good enough example. Most of the time, in my experience. Example, enabling, disabling prompts. Suppose journaling app has suggest tags prompt. Okay. Come up with a different example that isn't about journaling. Make it fun and interesting. Give me 5 options to choose from first. Let's go with option 2. Please update the examples in the document you wrote to do that. Yeah, a little bit funny way to end that, but okay. We'll accept it, and then we'll review it. Free docking ports, and it's not enabled. Then enable it, and let things know. The TypeScript no, automatically sends list change. Tools are enabled or disabled to avoid over sending. You should only enable or you should check whether before enabling or disabling it. That actually bothers me a lot that it doesn't batch those, but it will eventually, I expect. In fact, TypeScript SDK, let's just see, batch list changed. Yep. 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 This is exactly it. There we go. Love it. 3 days ago. I came here to open an issue about this. Thank you for the pull request. In the future, list changed will be batched. Okay, cool. Does this PR also cover not sending a list change notification if things did not actually change? Because right now I'm having to do some enabled checking before I enable or disable a tool. Here's my code right now. And here's my code right now. I would love to not have to worry about checking whether something's enabled already before triggering the enabling of it. All right, there we go. Cool, continue, this is good. Resource, and actually, hold on. There we go. Some resources, like station modules, oxygen tanks, can change frequently. Subscribe. I just had a thought. Sometimes it's useful to see the example first before the description. I'm gonna change my prompt. For the instructions, I want to have the prompt tell the LLM to effectively start with why by showing the example before. Oh, well, not necessarily. Start with why by describing the problem first, then showing an example, and then going into detail. Yeah. As needed. Please update my prompts and the examples in those prompts to do this. I'm using an LLM to update prompts. That's just how I operate. Any tips on how to make AI API generator proper structured code when you give too much rules? The system prompt sort of gets confused and hallucinates. I don't really have any specific recommendations. Without like watching you do it, it's hard for me to give you any advice on like what you're doing wrong. I don't really seem to have too much trouble myself, but maybe my opinions are not strong enough or something. I don't know. This seems to be taking quite some time. Also, improvements. Just wanted to get a commit in there. Okay, let's stop it. Let's have it go again. Well, it read it a couple times. So it read this all the way down to there. And then it read this. It read it in chunks, which is interesting. I wonder if it vectorizes it or something and makes embeddings. That'd be kind of interesting. Here we go. I think it's having trouble with the backticks. Just have it stop really quick, and we will take care of those backticks for it. looks like there's still red highlights, but I don't see any issues anymore, so yeah, okay. Let's see what changed. The document should start by describing the problem or motivation, the why, then show a practical example and go further. Yeah, okay, that works. Focusing on why it matters. I don't really need it to start to literally say the word why. Let's try this. File name quest.json. Okay. No. Not here. There we go. All right. We don't want to actually literally start with Y. Yeah, that actually was really good. Oh, notice the use of... Yeah, no, we don't need that. Okay. Okay, do. And here we're not going to do an example. Okay. Do I tend to make it public on GitHub? Yes, everything that I do is public on GitHub. So go watch my GitHub if you're ever curious. What workshops is Kent working on? They're all on GitHub. I don't remember the last time I made something private on GitHub. It's all public. Okay, well, hopefully that makes it a little bit better. Start with Y. I could probably put some of those tools in the Epic Shop MCP server and make them dynamic once tools support that better. I don't know. I could do that, and then instructors could have access to them too. Maybe one day. The challenge is I want them to be able to write stuff that matches their writing style. Though having things be kind of consistent is good too. So anyway, yep, we got that. Resource updates. Adding RSC testing and RTL. Actually, I think they've got at least a pull request or something. Maybe it already is done. I don't know. My answer is no. I haven't done anything with React Testing Library as a contributor in years, like a long time. In fact, most people who are using RTL right now have probably been using it since I stopped maintaining it myself. Yeah, it's existed longer without me as a maintainer than it had me as a maintainer. So it's been a long time. But it's actually mostly the same. It hasn't changed a lot since I stopped maintaining it. So let's see, testing library, React testing library, GitHub. See, it doesn't even autocomplete to GitHub. But yeah, so there's gonna be RSC. Server components, no, RSC, there's gotta be, yeah, here we go. Support React server components, there's an issue. are we at here? There's been a lot of discussion about this. Oh, Aurora's on here. This is back in March. So that looks like there's kind of a solution. Yeah, and that's where we get back here. Okay. Fascinating. That's funny. Yeah, so feel free to play around with that, but I'm not going to be doing anything with that. It's just not a priority for me. I have other priorities. I still don't have anything in production that uses RSC, so. Okay, client subscribe to resource URIs using subscribe to do server tracks subscription. Huh. Really, I think we've got 3 things going on here. Parade. I would recommend just using Playwright to test your apps. If you're doing RSC, just use Playwright for that, and then you can use RTL for like the standard components that are dynamic, so your client components, that will work fine, but your server components, those can be covered by your Playwright test. That's what I would do. I'm not sure that resource subscriptions, so we've got list changed, and then there's like a special consideration for resources, because resources can, or resource templates have a list callback, and that what's returned from that can change. Right now we have 3 sections. 1 about list change, 2 about resource updates and subscriptions, and 3, I forgot what it's about actually. Tool. Tool and prompt discovery. I think I would rather have it be, and this actually should be numbered 1, 2, 3. 1, list changed. 2, resource list change. And 3, tool or resource subscriptions. The reason that resource list change gets special treatment is because resource templates support a list callback, and there's a difference between what prompts, tools, and resources are available and what resource template expansions are available. I would like that distinction to be described in here. Please use the Epic Shop MCP server to get the diff for exercise 5, step 2, problem and solution. See, yep, boom. Man, that's so cool. And so now it knows what the necessary change is. which is like sort of helpful actually. Yeah, it's kind of helpful. Getting kind of hungry. Reduce the background music. I can do that. Thank you for speaking up. That should be a lot quieter now. Let me know if it needs to be quieter than where it is now. Look at all these resources it tacked on. We don't need that many resources. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure I see the difference. But it looks fine. I don't need that line. Who needs that line? Not me. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna accept this and we'll go through. All right. Or even a set of some modules in a space station. As enabled, disabled. A set of expansions for 10. Sure, yep, that works. Whether the user has access to a template is independent the set of expansions of that template. kind of feel like this needs more. So to be more clear, there's a difference between resource sandwich resource is agent server register resource. We want to have the right here. Let's go ingredients. Okay, let's try this. Change this example to ingredients for a sandwich. Keep it especially terse, but keep the API. Here, we don't need completions in here at all. What this returns can change. Can change. Ingredients enable. This can also change. All right, so then we just add lines to highlight that. So 4 through 6 lines, 4 through 6 and 18. There we go. And 17. Resources are special because there's a difference between what the resource template expands into and whether the user has access to that source template in the first place. How about whether that resource template is available in the first place? There we go. There we go. That is much better. All right, good. Example, dynamic. I think I can probably get rid of this example. I kind of cover it. You know what? As a result of users access as a result of database changes, etc. There we go. Let me double check the yeah, it does include the title. I think that's kind of funny that it includes the title. All right. Can you switch this diagram around? I want the user to be on the far left, then the client, then the server. You can have the user initialize things by starting, and add a host app. Then the host app, the host app initializes the client sends an initialization request to the server, and the server responds with its capabilities. Then we can have a break followed by the notifications from server to client, etc. All right. Hi, Mockingbird. How do I use background agents? I use them well, mostly through the web, actually. That web interface is nice. And often for things that are either I want to explore an idea and I just want to see what it might look like, or it's very simple and straightforward. I just don't want to do it myself. Okay. The host app should trigger fetching the latest definitions, and the client forwards that fetch. And then, let's see. Yeah, dang it. Okay, let's try this again. See. The client should forward the list change notifications to the host app. Then the host app is the one that fetches the updated definitions to the client. Then the client forwards that request to the server responds to the client forwards the response to the host app, and then the host app updates the UI for the user. Make it happen. Yeah, man, that's so cool. This all might work a little bit like this. Let's add a subscription to this sequence diagram. Very cool. Yeah, this example is not useful. Yeah, that's also not useful. When is this going to come out? So the workshop is scheduled for next week. It's already sold out. But if you go to this page, then there's a way to sign up when new things are announced. So soon. I decided I didn't want to schedule another one until the workshop itself was actually finished. But now I actually feel like I could probably schedule the next one right now. The sooner the better, because I need time for people to like schedule it and their schedules and stuff. So maybe I'll schedule something next week. It's probably too late for late July. Let's see. Might be able to do the 28th and 30th. That's 2 weeks. It's pretty quick. But then I've got a family thing. I should probably do that. Maybe I should do that today. Is an offline available? Offline version? I mean, the workshop that I'm working on right now, you can do all of this offline. I mean, you have to be online when you download it, of course, but yeah, you can work through it offline. But the self-paced ones with videos and stuff, we don't have a way to have you download those for offline viewing. Maybe one day. That is a feature that I've wanted to add. I think it'd be pretty cool, but yeah, hard to do that right now. So yeah, maybe one day. But yeah, you can go through the material yourself offline. Yeah. Okay. So there's the concepts and then there's the spec. Yeah. I'll just do the spec. Okay, good. That was good. It took a little while, but I think that's fine. Okay, here we go. Please write the instructions for exercise 5, step 1 problem in this file. Make sure to get all the context you need. I think I don't need to provide the links to different things. Also make sure to include sample code using the TypeScript SDK. I call it the TypeScript SDK because that's what it's called on GitHub. The MCP SDK. Make sure that Peter uses, or The things Peter talks about are specific to the domain of the Epic Me Journal app that we're working on, but the examples that are used do not use that as an example and instead come up with a fun, creative example to use for the example code. Oh man, I accidentally hit enter. There we go. Getting a workshop context, problem instructions, exercise context, diff between apps. This is, yep, boom. Man, that's so cool. Oh, that's interesting. The problem with it reading the test is it's going to be like, oh, okay, client notification handler, yada yada. No, you don't need to do anything with that. So hopefully it doesn't over-index on the tests. Okay, let's accept it and let's fix it. When people use Epic Me Journal app, they expect the here, let's just go over here. Ooh, look at these callouts. There's another M dash. Watch out for those. Yeah, we don't do that because it's not really an app, and the AI doesn't really understand that. This is a new frontier. Okay. I don't know where you're getting. Oh, it's because the capabilities. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Time to stand. I guess I should stand. Speaking of standing, actually not speaking of standing, I can now open my my window all the way because it's the afternoon and I shouldn't get too hot in here. We are working on that. Next week should hopefully have solutions to my heating problems. There we go. Hooray! Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. And we don't need that guy. All right, that's good. And I wish there were docs that I could send you to, but there aren't. The docs are so bad. And so is the SDK. Needs to get better. Maybe one day. Please write the instructions for exercise 5, step 2. Oh, just kidding. Step 1, solution. Has all the context it needs to do that. Could you get the diff between 5.1.problem and, no, not problem, solution 5.2.problem? I think Kelly, the coworker, needs to say something here. Ooh, Kelly with a Y, but Kelly is spelled with an IE, so let's see what it does. Yes. 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 Boom. Thank you. Even though I had to like explicitly tell it, can you not see how powerful this is? How helpful it is, even though it's not perfect, that it's just so incredibly helpful. It just speeds me up so much. Okay. Whenever a prompt is enabled, disabled, the client notify, refresh this list. It can refresh this. Whether it does is up to the client. All right, we're kind of layering it on thick. That's enough. I'm about to introduce dynamic resource tool. No, that's... please update what Kelly said. What I want to focus on is the fact that she applies the same thing we did with prompts to resources and tools. And I want to invite people to do that themselves if they want to, or check the diff if they don't want to bother doing that themselves. The point is, it's exactly the same as how you would do prompts. So no need to do that if people feel comfortable with what they did with the prompts. But they can if they want to have extra practice. Please say what I said from Kelly's point of view and more tersely than I said it. I don't want to think about how to make that terse. Next, I'm applying the same pattern we use. There we go. Okay, great. Let's make sure that actually works. Check out my diffs. Look, same thing. Resources, boom. Whoa, I got a prime truck with its door open. It's rolling up. This is, I don't know what this is actually. I don't remember ordering something from Prime. Not the Primeagen, come on. Okay, very good. Next. I cannot tell you how happy this makes me. This is working so well, this prompting stuff. Please write the instructions for exercise 5, step 2 problem. Meanwhile, I'll just look out the window at the beautiful mountains and this person who's bringing in something. We've got 2 items. Don't know what they are. Honestly, I should say you can run these all the time. I think there's a way to add them on the allow list or something. Here, one second. I think I gotta go get it. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh man. Please put that in the README MDX file. Hopefully it puts it in the right one. I didn't reference it, but it's in context. I don't know why it doesn't just do that.